Hi students, today we are going to see the topic of national income. So what is national income means? It measures the total value of goods and services produced within the economy over a period of time. So the national income means that is calculating total value of goods and service produced within the economy over a period of time. So what the economy, how we can see, so the national income we can know by knowing the break-even analysis. So that means we are in the below poverty or equally or like that. We can see the graphs in the how the economy we can see means by the calculation of providing of the goods and services, how we are getting in the annually. See, we are seeing so many budgets is going on, budget plans, and how the growth rate, how we are getting GDP. This all will be making the measures, and we get the total calculation, and we get the value of that by producing of goods and services. So in the simple way, we can tell the national income measures the total value of goods and services produced within the economy over a period of time. Is national income is important means yes, it is very important. Why it is important? Because to because we have to make a growth of our country. See, comparability of the rupee. Our Indian economy is comparable to the dollars. So there is a differentiation between the dollar and the rupee. Alright? Okay. But when there is the comparison, how we can see? We can see by the economy growth. Okay. So why is national income is important? Measuring the level and rate of growth of national income is important to economists when they are considering like this. Economic growth and where a country is in the business cycle. So next one, changes to average living standards of the population. Looking at the distribution of national income. That means we are measuring income and wealth inequalities. See, compared to previous days, that means our father's days, comparability to their living standards and comparability to our living standards is totally different. Why? Because those days they didn't feel it's important. Nowadays we are feeling everything is important. For example, AC is very important, we feel, but in those days they didn't use the AC. And the market does not create it like that. It is very important to you to use AC like that. That means the air conditioners like that or the fans like that. So, but nowadays we are feeling it is important. In the previous days, they doesn't use the CC cameras. Now it is very important to us. Why? Because the people who is not gathering in the outside, they are staying in the houses. That's why the robbers is happening, and nobody is there and sitting on the roads, or everybody not having any discussions because the living standards of their lives is changed. So this is the small example I am telling that when the population living standards is changed, so automatically there are so many differentiations will be happened in the economic conditions. Why? Because in our daily life we are using only the money. That means for buying any product we have to, any good we have to give money and getting the money. Where we get the money? By doing some work. And where that money is going? That money is going to the retail, we feel like that the shop person, but that money is going to the company. The company money is going to the taxes to the government. Like that, we are paying in a developing the, that means it's in a cycle. I'm paying some money to you and you're paying to someone else and you're producing to some other one. So what is happening here, there is the cycle is going on to all over our country, all over our country. That money where it is Reserve Bank of India. So we will calculate it is national, that our national income. Okay, the distribution of, looking at the distribution of national income. So measuring income and wealth inequalities, that's why it's very important. So in this concept, so I said that the GDP means gross domestic products. The gross domestic product is defined as an aggregate measure of production equal to the sum of the gross values added of all resistance institutional units engaged in production. So what is the NP? Gross NP, national product, is the market value of the products and services produced in 1 year by labor and property supplied by the citizens of a country. GDP, every day we will listen, GDP is happening like this, GDP is like this in India, GDP is like this. So what is the GDP? Means the, by the domestic products. What are the domestic products we are using there? Whatever the domestic products we are using, so that production we are making the measure aggregate, how much production are we using. That means how much we are paying to government. Indirectly we are paying for, even though you buy tea powder, there also we are paying the tax, but we feel, are we buying the product, we are paying to the company. So when we are paying to any company or that tea powder, the company is fixed the rate of the tax in the that particular packet also. So without adding all these taxes and transportation costs and their profit, and it is not coming output. Okay, so by the measure of production, then it's equal to the sum of the gross values added of all resident institutional units that's engaged in production, that is the GDP. So the gross national product means it is the based on the market value of all the products and services produced in 1 year by labor and property supply by the citizens of a country. So what is the personal income? The personal income is the total money income received by individuals and households of a country from all possible source before direct taxes. అంటే పర్సనల్ ఇన్కమ్ అనేది ఏంటంటే మనకి వచ్చేది అనమాట. వాట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ పర్సనల్ ఇన్కమ్ వీఆర్ గెటింగ్ మీన్స్ the total income received by individuals and households of a country. That means we are doing some work, we are getting the salary. So that is our personal income, and or by previous property of godfathers or like that. So in that also we can get some money, but we will pay some taxes also. So this all we are getting before direct taxes. Okay, next one, per capita income. Per capita income of a country is derived by dividing the national income of the country by the total population of a country. How we calculated per capita income means by dividing the what the national income we are getting and of the country by the total population. So we have a lot of population, I think 130 crores. That is the our population maybe. At present I don't know why, because it is due to corona. So let's see, the population means we having the highest population. So we calculated that per capita income by the national income, dividing the national income of the country by the total population. So the national income concept and measurements are: production of goods and service generates income, and income give rise to demand for goods and services. The demand give rise to expenditure and expenditure give further rise to production of goods and services. There is a circular flow of production, income and expenditure. See, that's what I am telling. I am buying the product, I get the some income. నాకు కొంత ఆదాయం వచ్చింది, నేను ఏం చేశాను, నేను వస్తువు కొనుక్కున్నాను అంటే నేను ఇక్కడ గూడ్స్ అండ్ సర్వీస్ నేను తీసుకున్నాను. దాన్ని ఏం చేశాను, ఈ డిమాండ్ ఏమవుతుంది, అది నేను ఏదైతే ఎక్స్పెండ్ చేశానో మళ్ళీ అది తిరిగి వాళ్ళకి వెళ్తుంది కంపెనీ, అక్కడి నుంచి మళ్ళీ వేరే చోటుకి వెళ్తుంది. అలాగా మనకి ఇక్కడ ఒక ఫ్లో అన్నది ఏర్పడుతుంది. సో the concept and measurement of the national income means the production of goods and services generates income, and income give rise to demand for goods and service. Demand gives rise to expenditure, and expenditure give further rise to production of goods and services. There is a circular flow of production, income and expenditure. On the basis of this flow, national income can be analyzed as a flow of goods and services, as a flow of income, as a flow of expenditure on goods and services. So what's happening? The flow means continuing process of goods and services, and flow of income and flow of expenditure on goods and services. See here the how the national product and national income. See, business. The business provide goods and services to consumers. So it uses resource inputs provided by households. Okay, so what are the households, the consumers for our daily life? Consume final goods and services produced by business sector, and also provide productive inputs. See, what are those? The business people. See, here is the business cycle I am showing here. Consumer goods and services, clothing, food, etc. out of business sector. For the business, they are providing the household goods, and this household again going to the business. That means economic resources, land, labor, capital input of business sector. Again, see, money payment for consumer and goods and services. See again, money payments for resources, rents, wages and salaries, interest and profits. Like this is the flow measuring how the national income is going. So this is the flow of goods, services, resource and money payments in a simple economy. That is the monetary policies. Okay, we call the monetary policy. Now see, there's one the product method. So the final product approach means, in the product method, the final product approach involves estimation of the market value of final goods and services produced in the economy in a given period. So what are the final product approach? What are the steps here we seeing in the final product approach means the market value of final goods and service produced within the country gives the estimate of gross domestic product at market price. అంటే ఈ జీడిపి ఏ ప్రైస్కి వస్తుంది? మార్కెట్ ప్రైస్. సో మనం ఏంటి జీడిపి అనేది ఏంటండి, మనకున్నటువంటి మార్కెట్ ప్రైస్ ఏదైతే ఉందో, అంటే మనం ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేసినటువంటి గూడ్స్ అండ్ సర్వీసెస్, అంటే గూడ్స్తో పాటు సర్వీసెస్, గూడ్స్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నాం, సర్వీస్ కూడా వస్తుంది కదా, విత్ ఇన్ ద కంట్రీ గివ్స్ ద estimate of gross domestic product at market price. So the market value of all final goods and service which is produced within the country gives the estimate of gross domestic product at market price. Next one is the addition of net factor income for abroad in GDP at market price gives. So gives gross national product at market price. Take in the addition of net ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఇన్కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ అబ్రాడ్. అక్కడ బయట నుంచి మనకి ఏదైతే వస్తుందో జీడిపి, దాన్ని వచ్చినటువంటి మార్కెట్ ప్రైస్ ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో అది ఇచ్చినటువంటిది మనకి గ్రాస్ నేషనల్ ప్రోడక్ట్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, ద డిడక్షన్ ఆఫ్ depreciation from gross national product at market price market price provides net national product at market price. NNP means net national product at market price. What is this? The deduction or depreciation. Depreciation means that down, that means 5% depreciation, 6%, and from gross national product at market price, then that is the net national product. The deduction of net indirect taxes from net national product at market price gives net national product at factor cost. So these are the final steps product approaching. So see, where is there any problems? Means sometimes there is a problem happening of double counting will be happen, and that means sometimes we will calculate two times like that. How means the calculation of national income through final product approach consider the market value of final goods and services. So the value of intermediate goods is not included if the value of intermediate goods are considered, it will involve the problem of double counting. So double counting means consideration of such item more than once, which leads to overestimation of national income. That means, for example, wheat, flour, some other paddies, and the paddies were producing the bread like that. So when we make the double calculation, so this may be happened the problem in the calculation of national income through final product approaches. Okay, next one is the income method. It is the sum of all income derived from providing the factors of production. It includes wages and salaries, rent, interest, and profits within a country in a given year. So everybody known about the income means what we are getting or what we are running in our daily lives. Okay, so the steps in income method means obtain net domestic product at factor cost by summing up factors payment paid in form of wages and salaries, rent, and profit by all production units of all sectors in the country. So the next one, in the steps, in the second step, add net factor income from abroad in the net domestic product at factor cost to obtain net national product at factor cost or national income. Okay, whatever that we are getting, some exports and imports will be happened. So in that exports and imports, it will be it will happen to develop our national income. So by producing the national product, so to sending from abroad areas. Okay. Expenditure method. Expenditure method measures national income as aggregate of all the final expenditure on gross domestic product in an economy during a year. అంటే ఖర్చులు అనమాట. ఎక్స్పెండిషన్ మీన్స్ వాట్ వీఆర్ ఖర్చు పెట్టేటటువంటి దేనికి ఎంత అయింది ఏంటి. సో the expenditure method measures national income as aggregate of all the final expenditures on gross domestic product in an economy during a year. This is the sum of expenditure made for final consumer goods and investment demand and for net export. So therefore the sum of total income equals to the sum of final expenditure incurred on consumption goods, and that the sum of investment goods. So symbolical we will use y is equal to c plus I. Okay, so whatever the expenditures we are doing. So steps in the expenditure means GDP at market price. So the gross national expenditure at market price, which the sum of final private consumption expenditure. GNE means gross national expenditure. Okay, government final consumption expenditure, gross domestic private investment, which includes gross fixed capital formation plus changes in stocks, and net export or minus import. Okay, So we can calculate this all in the calculation part ma. So this all we can see in the steps of expenditure while calculating. That means whatever the comparing to our market price, and how much sum of how much of consumption is happening, and in that consumption how much of expenditure we are seeing, that government making a final consumption expenditure. Okay, next point is an addition of net factor income from abroad to GDP at market price provides gross national product at market price. Okay, so the factors to be taken care, that means the precautions. Expenditure on second hand goods should be excluded. It is because such expenditures on the goods is not considered to pay expenditure on the currently produced goods. Second hand goods never consider change. That's the process. Expenditure on the purchase of new or old shares and bonds should be excluded because they are not payments for goods and services. Next one. Government expenditure in the form of transfer payment should be excluded because these payments do not make any contributions to the flow of goods and services. Next one. Expenditure on intermediate goods and services should be excluded. Otherwise, this will lead the problem of double counting. So it is the measurement of national income is an easy task. No. Is it easy task? It's almostly not, but we have some challenges of measuring. So these are Simon difficulties, problems of double counting, transfer payments, income generated by foreign firms, calculation of depreciations. So, what are the uses of national income statistics? Means formulation of economic policy, studying economic structure, internal structural comparison, indicator of economic welfare, making international comparison. So, we have to make economic policies is when you formulate the economic policies we can make in a good maintenance, and we have to study it, we have to make an awareness of the economic policy, and we have to know the economic structure. So what will be happen, it internally it making a comparison of what present and what future and what past, like this. So this all we have to see our public also, so it is an indicator of the economic welfare also, and making the international comparison. See, up to now we are telling India is a developing country, not developed country. Till to now we are telling, and so many years we are listening, India is till developing country. Okay, I hope you understand. Thank you, students.